On that day, Season 6 of Fortnite was officially launched to the whole world, a season based on corruption and titties. Not really. The Battle Pass introduced skins like a fan favorite Calamity, DJ Under, Dusk aka Goth Girl, Giddy Up, which is arguably the best skin in Fortnite, Fable, whatever this is, and finally, Dire. My bad, wrong breed. Season's Battle Pass was a major win, and it set a good start alongside the new consumable, the Shadow Stone. The Shadow Stone was found only in corrupted zones. When consumed, turned you into an almost invisible shadow which was faster, jumped higher, was immune to fall damage, and can phase through builds. All in all, the Shadow Stone was a fun item. Speaking of fun, another brand new item introduced during Season 6 was the Chiller, which basically froze your feet. Along the new items in Season 6 we can count the Quad Crusher, which is a very fun vehicle with a giant booster on the back. The boost enables the vehicle to move forward at a great speed, allowing it to run through structures or damage players. Moving on, we have the Quad Launcher, 6-shooter, Fiend Hunter Crossbow, balloons, the AK-47, the mount turret, and finally Dynamite. Less than a day after Season 6 started, the cube began moving with the floating island to the closest corruption zone, in Pleasant Park. Within 3 days, the cube reached the corruption zone and ripped out a chunk of land with the glyph, lifting it up into the air and sucking up energy from the corruption zone underneath the glyph, causing the solid cube material to grow through the floating island. The process took some time, but once all the energy was sucked out from the corruption zone, the cube dropped the glyph and moved on, heading towards the next corruption zone. Throughout nearly a month, the cube visited all 6 corruption zones on the map. The final corruption zone that the cube visited was the central zone, and during the process, all other 6 glyphs around the island lifted from their corruption zones and began moving towards a floating island, each one suspended in the air by a vortex. At this point, the cube material had grown through the entire floating island and the house. When the glyphs reached the floating island, the cube began absorbing their energy simultaneously, and so, when the cube was done, the glyphs deactivated and crashed down on the ground. Their purple colors turned to a darker brown color, signifying that the cube had stripped them completely of their energy. It returned to Leaky Lake, where it started to draw power from the vortex in it and projected a beam of purple energy upwards, opening a purple portal in the sky. Over time, the portal in the sky grew and covered the island in a purple hue. Amidst all this, we saw the release of Fortnite Master, which introduced for the first time zombies, and these zombies were basically the minions of the cube, which attacked people. Also, I should mention that this event was met with mixed reactions from the players. Next, due to the huge amount of power that the cube was consuming, it quickly became overwhelmed, and its body started breaking and slowly decaying as the days passed, and its remains of the outer shell melted and dropped into Loot Lake, culminating in the Butterfly event, where the cube's outer shell completely melted away and it began spinning wild, tearing itself apart in a giant explosion. All players on the island were somehow sent to the in-between. What happened next is unclear, but a large rift formed that took the appearance of a butterfly. It fluttered around each player before landing on the player's finger in a cinematic event, transporting each player back to the island. After the cube exploded, the pieces of the floating island fell into the lake, and the ruined lake was changed to a peaceful paradise with colorful grass, flowers, and waterfalls. In the center of the lake stood the remains of the cube arranged in a Stonehenge formation. Thus, Fortnite Master ended as Season 6 drew to a close.
They waiting outside. They flooding the gates, I'm flooding the wrist. Like no, I ain't got it. Stole me and Scott. It usually like when he got my brothers with me. We lighting the city on fire. Protect my Achilles, cause they tryna kill me, but I never been so alive. Yeah, whiplash, we get so live. Whiplash.
So what's your favorite thing from this season? Also, winter is coming.